So we're outside at the front of my house getting ready to take you guys on a tour. In the description, I will have the links to my TikTok as well as Instagram, where I've posted a lot of details on this house and the process of building. I hope that you guys enjoy. Okay, when you first walk in, this is our foyer, and I absolutely love the way that this space came together. Fun little wall sconce there. Over to the left, we have our dining room. We have our tray ceiling at the top, and then we actually added that molding later after we moved in. These are 10-foot ceilings, so I really wanted to make sure that it felt like it was really roomy and airy in here. We also added these arches, which I'm absolutely in love with. We did one large one here going into the living room. We also did another arch going into the master right there. Okay, walking this way is our master. We were able to continue the vaulted ceilings all throughout. Believe it or not, all of our lighting actually came from Home Depot, and again, I have everything linked. So when you walk in, we did French doors there that go out to our back patio, as well as this floor plan did have enough space for king bed, which has been an absolute game changer. And these nightstands I'll have linked, they're absolutely amazing. And they were super affordable. I think they're under $200 each. So I'll have those linked below. These sheets actually came from Quince. No, this is not sponsored. I would love one day if it was, but we absolutely love our Quince sheets. And then I'll have it linked, but this bed is from Wayfair. So over here is my tub, and this is probably my favorite spot in the whole house. I absolutely love this tub. It's actually acrylic, so it's not super expensive. All the faucets in here are actually by a brand called Kingston Brass. I love the quality. This is functional, which is great for cleaning your tub or your dog. So these curtains are cafe curtains, and everything on that is from Amazon, believe it or not. I did the whole thing for under $150, but I love just the way it feels so cozy in here. Over here, we have our master vanity. And then I will also have all of our hardware linked. Can't remember the exact name, but it's a brass knob from a brand called Top Knobs. And again, look at these faucets. Aren't they stunning? I absolutely love these. Last but not least is the master shower. So one of the things I knew I wanted was the tile brought all the way up to the ceiling. These are the Bedrosian tiles, and you can see they're kind of a mixture of creams and whites. I wanted just a classic Subway, so this is like kind of a more classic Subway pattern that was just timeless and would never go out of style. And then I believe the grout we did in here, I can look, but I think it was frost. But we also did a checkered marble in there on the floor. This was definitely a splurge, but if there's anywhere to splurge, I would highly recommend an item that you use every single day, because you don't want to go cheap on something that's very expensive to fix if there is leaking or anything else. I want to say all in, this is about $1,200, so keep that in mind if you're choosing to build. The faucets and hardware are very expensive. Coming this way, this side is just our toilets, nothing special in here. We did actually move this wall over a little bit to give us more vanity room. If you walk through here, this is actually our master closet. Right now it is makeshifting as a little mini desk room for my husband. You have my side over here. 10 out of 10 recommend the closet system from IKEA. We absolutely love it. You can even store like all of your jewelry. And then on this side is my husband's side. So you can see it goes all the way up. And then we did do a little chandelier in here. What's great about these, so the light filtering ones, and it is enough privacy to change in here, but we can keep it closed 24/7, still let in the light, and no one can see us. Okay, next you walk this way into our living room. I love the way this space came together. This is one I had dreamed up the entire time we had been building. We've had our trusty IKEA couches for years now. Just throw them in the wash, they look good as new. Finally get a coffee table again. But this was actually Home Depot. And again, I'll have it linked, but Home Depot, I'm telling you, they're killing it. And then these are by far two of my favorite coffee table books. Highly recommend them. I do have those linked. And yeah, I just have a few kind of random odds and ends on the table. So I wanted a rug that would hide a lot of dirt, and this one has been absolutely amazing. I mean, look at all these beautiful colors. Isn't that gorgeous? And it still looks brand new. We also finally got a picture frame TV. This is not your usual like Samsung brand. This is a different brand that's a fraction of the cost, and it has been amazing. There we go. I totally forgot which I got that from Etsy. I actually changed them out seasonally, which is super fun. One of the things I was really excited to do was actually this fireplace. And while this may not be everyone's style, I feel like a lot of people like very clean, kind of wider fireplaces. I wanted something with a little bit more texture that looked a little bit vintage. We did a mixture of stone, and then this is the white mortar with white sand. Very important. When it goes on, it does look tan, but it will dry white as long as they put the white sand. Last but not least is the kitchen. This is by far my favorite room of the whole house. I really poured everything I had into trying to make this the coziest, still functional kitchen that I could, and honestly, it turned out way better than I could have imagined. I honestly look at it all the time and I'm like, wow, I feel so blessed, this is mine, and I get to live here, and I love it. So one of my favorite things that we did is the vent hood. We took it all the way up to the ceiling. I just had them sheetrock it and paint it in like a semi-gloss, but I feel like it just draws your eye up to the cedar beams. And then on this side, I love that we were able to take our cabinets all the way up to the ceiling. I put latches on all the top cabinets just for decoration, because I figured if my cabinets are gonna be that high up, there's no way I'm going to be reaching those regularly. We just opted for some simple knobs. There's a few pulls over here. This space right here we tend to use for hosting. So one thing I wish we would have done, and our builder tried to push for it, was actually under cabinet lighting, but just on this side. This side of the house, I really love the way that these windows turned out. We basically just kept telling our builder, make them bigger. And he did, he delivered. One of the things that we did splurge on, like I mentioned, are faucets. I did opt for chrome this time, and part of the reason I did that is because we did brass everywhere else in here, and it just felt like a little bit of an overkill for me to do brass everywhere. This light fixture was an absolute find of mine. It took so long to find this online. I had it in my head, I just could not find it anywhere. So my dream is that we're all gathered around this table, because we put a ton of seating around it, and we're able to play games, and it just is a cozy space. So our island was a vision that did finally come to life. It was something that I had to draw out and explain to our builder. So as you can see, we have what look kind of like table legs on the corners down here. I believe the island's about 5 by 8. At the very end, we do have cabinets. Okay, so if you look up, you will see my favorite feature of this part of the house is that is our beams. I didn't really know what they were called. I just drew a picture and I was like, I know I want one straight down the middle and I want them coming down the sides, and they're stunning. This is all cedar, and we did not put anything on ours. We just kept them raw because they were inside. I love this so much. This is one of those items that when I was talking with my builder, I told him, the other appliances I really don't care about. I really want a 36-inch oven. So this is a 36-inch gas range. This one is cafe. I love it, and I love cooking on it. The oven is absolutely fantastic. It is massive inside. So if you're someone who enjoys cooking, 10 out of 10 recommend. We chose not to do a pot filler here, but I knew I wanted something really pretty, and so I got this inspiration from another designer, and I love how it fills this space. Most of my items over here, I did my best to try and thrift, so a lot of those things are thrifted, including that cute little copper pot. So over here, we do have our cafe fridge, which we love. This was worth the splurge. We did have to pay out of pocket for our fridge, and I'm really glad we did. That way all of our appliances matched. We also opted to do our microwave underneath, and it's a really small microwave, but I feel like it fits the space really, really well. But I also wanted to point out this beautiful light fixture. That one was also Home Depot. So turning this way, we have 2 more arches. And honestly, if you're considering the arches, I love them. Our builder did not charge a lot for each one of the arches. I think each arch cost an additional $100 to do, because it's just simply a little piece that's inserted into the corner. And in here is our pantry. So it's not super organized, but we have our pantry in here, and the shelves just go all the way up. One of the things we did upgrade that is so inexpensive to upgrade and is amazing, motion sensor switches. So anytime you walk in here, it senses motion and turns on, and we don't have to turn the light off. So no more leaving pantry lights on. It will just simply turn off in 1 minute by itself. And then when you walk this way, we have our garage there. I'll show you guys the mudroom in a second. And this is our half bath. We also did another motion sensor light because of our boys constantly leaving the lights on. This vanity I feel like has become quite popular. So if you haven't seen this, I'd be very surprised. It was Home Depot. We did the brass knobs. It does come with a beautiful marble countertop. And I kind of blended some of the metals in together. So we have kind of the gold, brass, and then I did do chrome here. So we did chrome accents kind of throughout. 10 out of 10 recommend getting a freestanding toilet paper holder. I got really tired of my kids busting holes in the walls. So I was like, let's just do it freestanding. And this one's beautiful, very high quality, and we love it. One other thing we did in here is the, I guess you could call it board and batten or molding. It's nice because this is the semi-gloss paint, so it wipes things off the wall, if you get what I mean, boy moms. And then we also did our pocket door right here, which we have a love-hate relationship with. Again, I did that because I did not want doors hitting each other here. We do have problems with it locking, which wasn't a big problem for us, but for guests, I always feel bad that it doesn't lock very well. So just keep that in mind if you ever get a pocket door. They're great, but the hardware is a little wonky. So this is our laundry room. I really love this room. We did add this really pretty beadboard over here, some hooks for our boys' backpacks that are hidden behind the door because they're not aesthetic. I love the way this space came together. I knew I wanted a pretty cozy but functional laundry room. We did do the checkered floor here with a nice, I believe it's silver colored grout. Worked out well. As you can see, some mud stains, but honestly, it's not that hard to get out. Hopefully getting some cabinets in here. We weren't able to finish those. I'm trying to decide between the two colors. I think I'm leaning towards the darker, but sometimes I kind of like the look of the ones we have in our kitchen. So let me know what you think. I love my vintage sink. And honestly, this thing was like $200. It was super inexpensive, you know, when you're looking at the cost of a whole house. Our faucet does stick out a little bit, but I do love how cute it is. Also did this gorgeous mahogany door going out to our porch, and I love the stain. If you're curious, I have all the details on my stains on my TikTok. And last, we have our garden. So one of the biggest draws for us with this floor plan was actually the patio space. Between this back porch and the side porches, it's 1,000 square feet of porch. So our patio goes all the way that way towards the garden, and then it also goes all the way this way in front of the master. Thank you guys so much for watching my house tour. I am really excited to start posting again soon. If you haven't subscribed, please consider pushing the button below. I know that I've been gone for a long time, but I'm excited to jump back into it. I'll have everything linked down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon.